I think you're going to enjoy this exchange with the representative from Ohio's 3rd Congressional District, Joyce Beatty, with Scott Bessent. It was like a 2-day exchange. I'm going to share both of them here. And the best part is the end. Watch all the way through. So she challenges him on a few items, and one of them is the previously determined decision to name a monetary unit. I'm not sure if it's a coin or a dollar bill or something after Harriet Tubman, and to have her image on it. So she's checking up on the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, but along the way she quizzes him, and she's like a patient. I don't know. I got to look her up to see if she has a school teacher background. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's very humorous, and it's very you gotta watch it and see it for yourself.
To the witness. First, let me start by saying that I am certainly concerned about the direction of this country, this Treasury, this administration, and this president. I believe that our democracy is under attack, as well as CFPB, the Federal Reserve, CDFIs, HUD, and the list goes on and on. So I'd like to start with a question on community development financial institutions, or CDFIs as we refer to them, which you've played a key role in economic development. As a matter of fact, in your one-page testimony, you mention economic development or growth or security almost a dozen times. You also have stated promoting economic growth and economic security is essential to ensuring financial stability. Economic growth strengthens housing, business, financial institutions, so forth and so forth. Nationwide, CDFIs finance more than 45,000 affordable homes. However, applications for CDFI's fund programs have been pending for almost 12 months or more, and except for some CDFI funds for administrative costs, none of the FY25 program funds have been allocated. Last fall, CDF funds issued a supplemental application to CDFIs to ensure that they were in compliance with the executive orders issued by the administration, but funds still have not been dispersed. Now, my question to you, are there plans in place to release monies to CDFIs so they can continue to finance affordable housing projects? That's a yes or no. If yes, when? If no, why not?
Treasury has been working to implement the CDFI funds programs as required by law. Upon apportionment of appropriated funds, Treasury will be
Is this going to be a yes or no?
Outstanding program awards.
Mr. Secretary, no. I'm going to abide by the chairman's rules, but I have some rules. You can say yes or no, and then if you say yes, you may continue to give that support. If it's a no, then you tell me why not. Now we need to be clear. Yes, let's start with the yes or no. I'm trying to be respectful, but you're not going to do what you want to do on my time. Yes or no, or you can say I'm not going to answer it. Now move on.
Number 3.
Okay, so let the record show that he refuses to answer a question. No, we're not going to do that with me. We are not going to do that with me.
Ask it.
It's the gentlewoman's time from Ohio.
Now, you opted for number 3, so you get to hear my wrath that you refuse to answer a question under your authority and what this administration, and yet you've talked about the value of housing, and you're not releasing the funds, and I want the record to be clear on that. So let me move on. Mr. Secretary, I've asked you, as your predecessors, Democrats or Republican, Jack Lew, Mnuchin, Janet Yellen, and you a year ago, about putting Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. We started this process in 2020. At that time, Jack Lew said it would take 4 years. I sent you a letter. Do you know what your response was to me?
I haven't seen the letter, ma'am.
Well, you answered the letter. So now I was given a chance to help you. You responded to my letter just recently, because you know I drilled you on this. But now You responded to tell me in a few words, it's a complex process. So that's not really an answer. We know it's a complex process. Your Republican predecessor said the same thing, but he went on to support it. So it was supported by 3 people before you. It was scheduled for 2020. Then it got backlogged, because it's a complex process, to 2028. The last Republican said we would be on target to do this. So now, my question to you is, why is it not on target? And why are you not engaged in this process? Part 1. Part 2, do you know who is over the Department or the Bureau of Engraving and Printing? Do you know who that person is?
Sorry?
Do you know who is over the Bureau of Engraving and Printing?
I am.
You run it?
The Treasury
You run it?
The Treasury Secretary.
Be careful now.
Treasury
Do you run the Bureau?
Gentlelady's time has
Then
expired.
let me ask him to put it in writing, because he doesn't run it.
Chair-
It's appointed by him, and it's Patricia Collins. So let the record show that he was incompetent in answering the question.
Gentlelady.
That was an interesting exchange. She was like, let the record reflect he's incompetent.
Let me go to my second question. The clock is running. It's my time. It is my time. You will not do this on my time. Now, I'm going to ask for a few more seconds since he refused to comply with my time, not his time. In 2016, former Secretary Jack Lew announced that Harriet Tubman was to be the new face of the $20 bill. Can you tell me what's the current status of this project?
No, ma'am, I can't, but my staff will get back to you.
No, I want you to get back to me. Because, see, there seems to be an issue when it comes to things that affect people of color or people who live in poverty, whether it is what you're doing with Social Security, what you are doing with restricting funds.
The gentlewoman's
programs.
time is
I want
expired.
you,
The gentlewoman's
will
time
you
is
respond
expired.
to me?
The gentleman from
Mr. Chairman,
Texas,
I need
the
him to
gentlewoman's
answer
time-
if he will. I'm not a
the
staff
gentlewoman can
person.
submit
I'm not
questions for
asking
the
him to
record.
have his staff report to
The
me.
gentlewoman
So,
can
Mr.
submit-
Chairman, I'm addressing it to you to ask
gentlewoman's
him
time has
to respect
expired.
me. Mr. Chairman,
The gentlewoman's
I'm talking
time
to
has
you.
expired.
I need him to address if he
gentlewoman's
will
time
answer
has
me.
expired.
No, I'm not going to.
The gentlewoman's
yield.
time
I'm
has
not going
expired.
to stop until you
The
direct
gentlewoman's
him
time
to
has
answer to
expired.
me as a member of Congress.
The gentlewoman's
Mr.
time has
Chairman, point
expired.
of
The
order
gentlewoman
to
has
you.
offered that she can
Mr.
submit questions
Chairman,
for the
point
record.
of order to you. I will not stop. I will not be silent.
The gentlewoman is
until
not
you
offering
direct
an
him
appropriate
to answer.
parliamentary inquiry.
Gentlewoman
The
makes a
gentlewoman will
legitimate
suspend.
request.
I ask that members keep decorum and remain cordial during today's
I am being
hearing.
cordial. I resent your statement to imply that I am not. I am a member of the U.S. Congress. I am asking this secretary
The gentlewoman
to
may
respond
submit
to me.
QFRs for the record, which will be responded to by the secretary.
Thank you.
But here's the thing, Scott Bessent, unlike the other people who are either been in the government before, this is his first foray into government because he's a private sector guy. And so he's not as great at lying or as great as obfuscating a little bit, bobbing and weaving like the rest of them, like those who like are used to congressional hearings or used to like trying to be avoidant, or like the lawyers. You know, the lawyers know that they're always trying to like get in gotcha moments. I liken him to Todd Lyons. You know, like Todd Lyons tried to get out of the moments, but he wasn't doing that great. And at some point during Todd Lyons' oversight hearing, this is just an aside, he was being so direct and being so like straightforward in answering yes, no, you know, right? That they pulled him out of the office to kind of like teach him and coach him to be more avoidant, to answer less questions. Isn't that interesting? I felt like that's how Scott Bessent is. Like he does a really bad job. To me, he always looks like a deer in the headlight. He has a goofy look. He has like a goofy face to me personally. And he always looks like kind of goofy, and then he just says stuff, and it's kind of like he just seems like so out of touch, like not in touch, whatever. And then he's working as a gay man, he's working for this administration that's so like discriminatory. They don't like trans, like you're from the LGBTQ community. You know, I know it's a wide spectrum, but still, like in terms of like the rights that you have, that you would like to have with your partner in your life, came from the sacrifice of people who are in the communities that your boss is targeting now. So I don't even know how he works for the Trump administration. But in any event, those two exchanges were just hilarious to me. We can discuss below. I hope to God that they ultimately, have the coin or the dollar, I'm not quite sure, name for Harriet Tubman. Now, I think that, I think it's going to be a $20 bill. I think that this administration is so anti-Black and then so anti-people of color. So I think they'll just be kicking the can down the road until we get rid of them, honestly. And just she waited this long, and it's going across, like she said, 3 administrations. Who knows? But anyway, I'm glad she's on it. So at least that's one person. That's an issue for her. She's concerned and she's on it. So follow Congresswoman Joyce Beatty for updates on that. All right. I hope that was enjoyable. JJ, look, each one teach one. I'm going to put here or connect here a playlist of other congressional testimonies that I share in my account if you missed them. All right. Takes care.